When asked about a victim's reaction, he says she,
Like, I don't know, like, how she made, some noise.
and that it,
It sounded like she was surprised. She was like, I don't know.
the choice of words lands flat, almost technical. The silence after becomes its own exhibit. Now let's look at the defense lane. Counsel raised mental illness and a history they argued shaped his state of mind. A court-appointed doctor documented an obsession with crime and reported that he had been planning something to this degree, including killing people.
He had been, quotes, planning something to this degree, including killing people.
The evaluation also quoted him saying,
He said, I have always been fascinated by death and violence, and it was something that I wanted to do: murder, rape, and cannibalism.
that language is shocking, but the legal issue is narrower. Insanity in court turns on capacity, whether the defendant could understand right from wrong, rather than whether the room feels chaotic. If he could plan, and if his conduct before and after the acts demonstrates awareness, premeditation can be inferred. Prosecutors leaned on planning behavior, a stolen vehicle, a concealed firearm, calm post-crime narration. Those facts weren't presented as moral judgments. They functioned as signposts. If he hides, if he arms himself, if he recounts the sequence cleanly, the state argues he understood the stakes. That's the key detail. Demeanor becomes evidence by implication. The more controlled the narration, the less persuasive the insanity argument appears. Speaking of evidence, the courtroom doesn't operate in a vacuum. Victim impact statements entered the record. A daughter addressed him.
How could you do what you did to my mom and my family? I want to know if you're even sorry. Are you sorry for what you did?
The husband of Sheila Myers was so distraught that the prosecutor had to read his statement. Their measured grief pulls the focus back to consequence. It doesn't decide legal insanity, but it frames the harm the sentence must answer. Think of due process like a simple checklist: intent, act, consequence. It's not poetry, it's a form. When each box is marked by the defendant's own words, mitigation has to lift more weight. And in this record, Swanson himself filled in lines the state would otherwise fight to prove. During his plea, he stated,
I then intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation shot the clerk, causing her to die. I did this with an specific intent to kill her.
he later pleaded guilty and received 2 life terms.